Hi friends, and welcome back in. My apologies for my voice. I will try to not talk much. The reason I have not been posting, I don't know what's going on with my throat and my voice. I can't seem to shake it, but I'm going to try to get through a little bit of design inspiration from my Lilac Dreams bag. And this is really, really fun. I'm going to do very little talking and spare you and also spare my voice, but I want to get something up. So this is a really cool stretch chain bracelet. Really cool, fun design. And all I've done, friends, is do about 3.5 inches worth of beading on some stretch cord. And I did double my stretch and I'm using 0.5 millimeter. Okay. And I'm going to finish the other side up with you and show you. And then I cut some of the chain. I cut 4 inches of your two-tone paperclip chain. And we're going to add that on one side. We're going to put a dangle and a little piece of the beautiful leather that you got, just for kind of like a little tassel situation. So all I did, friends, is pre-stretch your cord like you would any stretch bracelet and come up with any pattern. And I'm finishing each side up with a clamshell and I am gluing it. I will use the E6000. Now, in order to tie your knots off in this particular technique, what I did was first I'm going to feed my clamshell on with the belly facing out. And then we're going to do like 5, 6, 7 knots, quite a few. Okay, we're going to do quite a few. Make sure that clamshell's on first. And we're going to put each knot on top of the other one to make it a really bulky knot. So, we can start by just doing a regular knot like this. Okay? And you can continue to do that. What you're going to want to do is quite a few, like 7 or 8, and you want to make sure they're all on top of each other. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Because you want it to be really bulky knot before we glue it, so that won't come through the other side of your clamshell. And so each of my knots is on top of the other one, so it ends up being this big bulky knot. So we're going to do that, like I said, about 7, 8 times here. And I'm making sure each of those knots is on top. And I don't have to pull that tight. We don't really need to pull tight. So this is about 4. You can also put them together, put your strands together, and let me get this one through. You can also put your strands together and do the same thing, right? Just tying regular overhand knots, just tie them all on top of each other to where you're going to wind up with a really big chunky knot. Again, the goal is to make sure that that big knot does not fall through the other side of the clamshell. And it's super easy because all we have to do is just keep tying, like I said, 7, 8, 9 times to where you have a nice big chunky knot. Take a look at it, make sure it's not going to go through the clam, and then we'll glue it and we're good to go. So I'll stop right there and hopefully you can see. Can you see there? A big chunky knot right there. Okay? Now I'm going to look over here and make sure that that knot cannot pull through. And it still can. Because let me pull it apart and show you, see? So I need to pull them tighter so they are really landing on top of each other. So I'll do a couple more here. I'm going to pull them really tight each time to make sure that they're going on top of each other, not next to each other. This is the side is a little more difficult than when you do the first one because you can do it without your clamshell being up like this. So that's what I've got now. Okay, I'm gonna pull my clamshell. Okay, so now I'm good. Okay, so now first I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my tails. Just make sure they're gonna be hidden within my clam. And then we'll put a dab of glue there. Okay, and I'm gonna just be really careful that I'm getting my glue just right inside that shell. Probably have an air bubble. Not yet, babe. Okay. Let me get rid of my air bubble. Okay, guys, well, I don't know what's going on with my glue. I am just gonna grab a piece of wire and get in there and just get some of my glue. I think I've got a little cleanup situation to get to there. Might have maybe changed my nozzle. And I'll just go ahead and get some of my glue and put it right there on my knot. Very good. And I'll grab my chain nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the belly. And I need to clean up a little bit of that on the outside. Can just wipe that off. And so, of course, we're going to let that dry for a little bit. And the bracelet's done. And now, guys, so easy, is I just grab some ovals or any jump rings, and we'll add the chain. On the clamshells here. And same thing on the other side. And what's so cool, guys, is, you know, you can make this any size, and you don't really have to worry about exact measurements because it's stretch. So cool. Cool idea. And now that that's on there, I am going to find the center link on my chain here. Which is that guy right there. And I'm gonna I sure did. Fantastic. And another jump ring for my little charm. And we'll just add him on that same link right next to that. Again, forgive my voice, guys. And I just did, by the way, a simple barrel knot on my leather. And same thing, I'm going to actually glue my knot on my leather. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to just dab that right there. And I will let that dry. Don't really need much because it is like 1.5 millimeter leather, so it should be okay. So just a little bit of glue there is fine. And then, you know, you could add dangles or whatever. I'm just gonna cut mine. And you can cut it, make it however long you want. I'm gonna cut mine at an angle just like that. And there we go. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Forgive my voice. An adorable chain stretch bracelet with the leather and the charm. Isn't that too cute? And we will try it on. And remember, when we're putting on our stretch bracelets, guys, we roll them. And it's just perfect. So cute. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until the next one, hopefully my voice will be better. I appreciate you guys. Until the next one, be blessed.